Good afternoon. It is December the 11th, 2017. We'll take a brief look at what we did today and talk about what we think we're going to do tomorrow. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have over or under compensated for the impact of any of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation being made in any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, here we are on the Emini. We still have not tested the 63 area. We got close. Market has got buyers and has pointed up, and I think that's going to be the case until the Trump tax bill is passed. And from all we're reading, it is going to be passed. We'll see if that's true. The low right here, this is that's not right. Anyway, F1 will show us that we're buyers. I had to restart the software this morning and didn't go back in and do force tick rebuilds. So here we are at 61. We got to move out of the middle in the E period. We got back down to 55 this morning. We'd hoped to buy 50s to 52s. Didn't have much in the way of news today. The biggest news probably was the launch of Bitcoin last night and how it crashed the exchanges, computers, and Coinbase today went down. And I've noticed that on Coinbase, if things are fast and moving quickly, if you're going to get it down on Coinbase, it's probably not going to happen. It is going to go down. So just kind of the way these guys did not ever envision how big they were going to get and how fast they got there. So everything we have behind us are P's. This is a P, so everything favors a retest of the today's high end or higher prices. So tomorrow's news, PPI plus 0.3, core PPI plus 0.2, and Wednesday's FOMC announcement. Equities tend to rally the day before the FOMC announcement and the day of the FOMC announcement, so our idea is to find a place to buy it. We would like to get it done in the 55 to 57 area, buy 1, 50 to 52, buy 2. Selling 64s, 66s. Don't look for a big day tomorrow. And 69s to 71s for sell 2. This market tends to make new highs on low or slow news days, and we do have that tendency to rally into the FOMC announcement. So we'll look for that. If you stay on the right side of the market, if you trade with a longer term trend, you got more time to deal with the trade, and everything tends to fall into place, your entries, your exit, etc. Problem we have on the E-mini is just not a lot of volatility these days. Okay, higher low, higher high. I think because they're raising interest rates on Wednesdays, we'll see treasuries sold, but we've got a 30-year auction tomorrow, so I expect this to be a little lower in the overnight session. Find buyers early in tomorrow morning, the day session, and look to get long from a lower level. So there's our move out of the middle. We rejected prices below 21. We're at 31. So we'll make 24, 28 number 1 by 17 to 21. 9s to 13s. They can't take the bottom out of the market and move the paper they need to move. Never a big auction, $12-13 billion, but they do have to move the paper. 4 to 8's number 1. 11 to 15, sell 1. That's probably a stretch. And then 19 to 23, sell 2. So basically selling that 53.03, 53.07 area would probably be about as good as we could expect to do. Looking at the 10-year, we're at 7.5 right here, so maybe 9s to 13s, sell 1. 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, a little bit lower, so 1 to 5, buy 1. 25 to 29, buy 2. Gold got slammed. I didn't see if there was anything specific news that could be tied to that, but we do think we're headed lower, maybe as low as 1200 before the selling is over. So lower high, lower low on gold. Find a place to sell it. Not dealing with a heck of a lot of volatility on some days, and started in G period also when the stock market's headed lower too. So right here we got a pretty clean break in the market at 44, so 44, 46, sell 1. 48, 50, sell 2. On the buy side, 40 to 42 and 35 to 37. Crude oil all over, but generally higher today. There was a story out about the North Forties pipeline in Scotland has hairline fractures. Be offline for weeks. That will not affect WTI, but it might widen the spread between Brent and WTI. So I'm going to fold all this back in, looking at a move out of the middle in crude oil. The sellers at 59, the buyers at 57 as it stands right now. So 58 and a quarter, it is resistance. We had a nice little 15 tick or more trade there at the end. 58.50 to 75, sell 2. Buy side, the break out is from 60, so we'll go 50 to 75, buy 1. And 57 even, 57 and a quarter, buy 2. But we paid for our service today with real time before the fact. Buy 9s or 10s in the bond. Sell 98s going into the close on crude, and we had a 98 sell earlier in the day. That was good for at least 20 ticks. Could have been good for more. So we're usually able to pay for the service daily. the secret is taking the trades. I know, but what if you're wrong, Charles? Well, sometimes Charles is wrong. You just deal with it. It's next trade. Think about a professional athlete stepped up to the plate or the line or whatever it happens to be, and worries about all the woulda, coulda, shouldas that they could have done, and what happened the last time he was in this. They'd never be able to compete in the sport, and you really do have to take yourself, get yourself in that mindset. Inside day here on the euro. The market doesn't care what you just did. As it's irrelevant to what it's going to do next, what you just did, right? Okay, leaning B, volume's low in the profile. We had a 5 to 15 sell this morning, then a 35 to 45 sell. The high was 15. That was a pretty damn good call. Our sell number 1 did produce a winning trade. On the buy side, we were 75 to 85. The low is 83. Good place to cover. And it did produce a winning trade if you took it. So listen, we do know what we're talking about. We know where support and resistance are. And our first trade call of the day directionally is usually spot on. Will help your bottom line. Okay, right now, last rotate up stopped at 97. So we'll make stops above 1800, sell 1. We'll keep 25 to 35 for sell 2. PPIs tomorrow plus 0.3 for PPI, plus 0.2 for core. We'll make 75 by 1 and 50 to 60 by 2. And that does it for this December the 11th, 2017. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. You all have a great evening. I plan on it myself. We'll go see if we can shake that money tree once again tomorrow. I'm out of here.